Hello everybody. Like you saw in the intro clip, I will be making a fancy town hall. But first, I gotta show you some projects from last week. So I ended up building a squid farm, which I needed for dark prismarine, and I also built an autocrafter for that. So right after this intro, I will go straight into a time lapse of collecting some items for the squid farm. Yeah, and then after that, we'll go into a contracted build for Babs. So he needed a super smelter. So I also built one of those for him. I got paid handsomely, as you can tell. But yeah, then after those projects, I will show you the town hall that I've been working on. Bit too close. So that's a very exciting, jam-packed episode of a whole bunch of time lapses and building and redstone. Really love to see it. And just like that, we we cleared the entire area. So this took absolute, ages to do. Still have to clear away some of the sand, but this all used to be riverbed. My advice for anyone that's doing this as well, build it in a smaller river, because this was way too much work. Like I've cleared ocean monuments before, and that was way less work than this, just in terms of the amount of sand I had to place and stuff. But yeah, I mean, the rates of the farm should be a lot better now. Oh yeah, we're getting a lot of ink. I just need to set up an actual collection system, which I'll do shortly, and yeah, we'll be on our way. Great success. So we're just filling in this bottom part. I got my two LA friends down here. They're gonna pick up the ink sacks for me, and we should be good to go. I want to set up like an auto pickup area here, and then I still need to make the actual autocrafter at the actual Prismarine farm itself. I think we should be good to go. I'll just clean up this area a little bit, and I'll go AFK, and then when we come back, and take a look at how the rates are. Okay, so after AFKing for about 2 hours, I was able to get tons of insects. So we know the farm works now. Now we just need to build the autocrafter back at this place that automatically makes the dark prismarine. So let's start doing that. I should have all the redstone already. I mean, it's not that complicated in terms of the amount of materials, but it will take me a second to build because I do not remember exactly how to do it, but I'm sure I'll figure it out. Alright, so now that we have our Prismarine, we can actually test if it works. So if I put this in here, it should start the system, yeah. And it starts filtering in. And just like that, we have Dark Prismarine. Now there's one thing I need to test actually works. So when that gets to about halfway, it turns off. Yeah, perfect. And so this should be empty. This should be at half a stack. And this will always stay at a stack because this one's filling it up. Oh, that's sick. Okay, nice. So now when we constantly run the farm, it has an automatic off switch so that this never is empty and this isn't unloaded when there's still items in it. So it looks like it's all working. And that means that after a little bit of AFK time, I can actually open the shop up. That's sick. Nice. Let's take a look at it. Boom. Extra piece. There we go. So, with the finishing of this farm, we actually got contracted by 2 people. The first project that I'm going to work on is a super smelter for Babs. So, I collected up all the blocks for that, and I'm going to make my way there, build it for him, and he said that he has a netherite surprise for me. So that is very exciting. And, right after this, we have another project, and that is by Suits. So, I was contracted by Babs to make a super smelter for him. So the design I'm going to go with is my own design. I have the materials for it here. And I'm basically going to build in this little plot of land that Babs has for me. So Babs has been absolutely decimating a mountain. And I'm sure he has a bunch of items in those chests that he needs smelted and whatever. So he gave me this plot of land to build it. And yeah, I mean, I have the design, I have the materials, so we're going to go straight into a time-lapse of me building it. And I'll show you how it works afterwards. Alright. Now, after adding these chests, this should be the coal. No, this is the item input. Item input, and then this is the fuel input. After adding those, that should be the entire thing done. Okay, so basically how it works is when items filter into this hopper, they they get detected by this comparator, and they output a signal into this piston, which basically holds the minecart in place. So as the minecart then takes out items, this detector rail detects the amount of items that this thing has, and it sends a signal through this, which then turns off the piston. There's a problem though. The main problem would be with these coal sides, so the ones where you'd input the fuel. So, you know, let's say every single one of these hoppers was full for the fuel, then this hopper would never get emptied, and so the minecart would never get, you know, set free, quote unquote. My solution to that is a hopper clock here that basically sends a 1-tick pulse to this block, not block, this piston, and then these two on the other side. That basically stops the output of this comparator for like 1 tick, which is just enough time for this piston, which is, you know, which wants to retract because this light would be off. This redstone torch would be off. So it wants to retract, but it can't because of this comparator. When this one goes back for 1 tick, it lets the minecarts out, and that can basically stop blockages every once in a while. So that's if, I mean, it would mainly happen with your fuel input, because that is the most likely to back up. And so, yeah, I mean, other than that, it has really no flaws. It's 64 furnaces, like I said, so it smelts at 64 times the speed of a normal furnace. And yeah, this is the output chest. And yeah, nice and efficient. We love that. Now, Babs said that obviously he's not going to leave it like this. He's probably going to build some fancy structure, knowing Babs. But yeah, I think he got me some netherite, which is very kind of him. And I will be handling that later. And so, here we are. So, as payment, Babs promised some netherite. We got it. And yeah, I did some of my own mining, where I managed to get enough netherite for my armor and 2 tools. And look at us, we're looking very blinged out. So, the super smelter works. Babs was happy with it. Now we need to move on to our next contracted project, and that is from the mayor, Suits Magoots himself. We are making the town hall. So Suits, the mayor of Craftiverse, has tasked me with building the city hall. So he gave me this plot of land to work with. It was a little bit smaller, in all fairness, but I'm going to use this big plot of land to build a city hall. So I've been gathering up some materials with the help of Atma and Babs for a lot of the stone and stuff. But I've been gathering materials, and I think I just finished with everything that I need. It should be a pretty big build. So the main idea is it's a town hall with a kind of like old aesthetic. I think I saw a similar thing in the Netherlands where I live. Okay, so the style basically uses a lot of stone, and tough especially. But yeah, I'm also gonna accent it with a lot of copper and, you know, iron bars and whatever. But we'll see how it goes, and I'll play the time lapse soon, and you'll get to see the finished build when I'm done with that. All right, let's get straight into that. And here we are. Look at that. That is a nice looking build. So we finished the build, at least the exterior for the most part. Added some mud patches. I still need to go in and add some grass, and this section's missing. I'll explain that in a sec. But the main idea is it's a meeting room for the members of the Craftiverse server. So we'll have, you know, the mayor on top, and then the rest of the crafters, the 14 of us, just sitting around the big table with the lovely Harry Potter style candles. I saw them in Atma's base, and I was like, okay, this place needs it. And there's one more thing. So there's some members on the server who refuse to use Elytra. So I will be hosting an exclusive Elytra members club as the person who's selling the Elytras. So in order to get up here, I guess the easiest way to get up here would be by using Elytra. So when you press this button, this door opens, lets you in, and I'm going to make a space in here, kind of like a lounge, that is for exclusive Elytra members only. So still need to make that, but for the moment, it's looking very good. It does overshadow Vivo's build a little bit, but I talked to him. He said he doesn't mind. But yeah, for the most part, it is done. I still want to do some major terraforming before Suits Magoots, our lovely mayor, cracks down on me and writes me a ticket. I think he did the same for Stavon, so I need to get on that. But yeah, other than that, I think that is it for this build. You'll see the finished, you know, finalized product with the redstone and whatever next episode, along with hopefully a gold farm build. But yeah, for the most part, that will be it. And so, if you enjoyed this episode, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.